how has SJI prepared you for university life? Anyone can answer that.
I can go ahead and take that one. It's been a while since SJI's been about. So I graduated in 2018, so it's been like 2.5 years. But I think one of the things that really prepared you was I guess kind of in two parts. So the program itself is one of the things that really prepare you for university or college. So the program wants you to sort of like take a more breadth-wise approach, like compared to A levels. So you get to experience a lot of like different fields, which is I think pretty important, because when you go to college, you have to take a bunch of different requirements, and when you go into real life, like that applies as well. Like even if you want to be an engineer like me, you have to talk, you have to write, you have to interact with people. So that sort of that integrated with like the CAS program and sort of the encouragement of the program for you to speak out in class and all that, that's really important, I think. The other part is definitely sort of like the encouragement of the school for you to do different things, like having the student council is, you know, that's like a good example of like, you know, it's why we're here. We get to talk to, say, alumni, share with each other with our experiences. School actively encourages you to try out different things, service programs and all that, and just for you to gain like sort of real life experience of how things are outside of like the bubble within school. And so I think for me, those are two of the major parts that really help me transition to college, because it's not gonna be sort of like your traditional like I have one like teacher and that's all I'm gonna interact with. You have to talk to different people, you have to take the initiative to send emails and all that. I think that was partly the experience that really helped me transition well to college.
I think I'll jump in here and say I agree with Yingxuan. The breadth approach of the IB is really valuable, and you begin to see it when you enter university or even life after IB, because those additional those 6 subjects that you take in IB, they allow you to not only get knowledge in different areas of knowledge, but you also begin to understand why different careers are important and their place in society. And then you also begin to be able to intertwine different subjects and then make use of them in whatever in whatever that you do in the future. And so I feel in particular, like for me, I took physics, I took math, I took history, I took language and literature and Chinese. And then from taking all these subjects, you begin to know what are those subjects which you personally don't like or aren't naturally geared towards. And then you also learn to challenge yourself in areas which you are weaker in. And so for me, when I was choosing my IB subjects, I decided to choose subjects that I decided to have a combination of subjects that included some subjects which I was good at and some subjects that I wasn't so confident in. And so that combination I felt was very useful to me, not only in terms of knowledge, but also in terms of building your character and resilience for the future.
So I think for me, like I think Yingxuan and Marcus have really mentioned a lot about kind of like syllabus, etc. So I think for me personally, I would say 2 things. Like first of all, time management. I think that being at SJI, because by virtue of it being such a small school, right? Like there's so many different opportunities, and you can be really involved in so many different things, right? You can be involved for like, let's say, you know, I was terrible at it, but I was involved in like football, like netball, basketball, etc. And like even though I was bad at it, but like the school was so small and there were so many opportunities, so you could always try your hand at so many different things and always keep busy. And I think that really did prepare me for university in terms of time management, right? Because you have CAS, you have to be involved in creativity, activity, service, and therefore I think you definitely have to start making time for all of that. And although university does get more hectic, but I think like that provided a good foundation to build upon. The second thing is definitely the ability to fail. So I think because at SJI, once again, it's so small, I was kind of really bad at basketball, but I tried it anyway. And although like I think I failed failed many times to make a layup, or, you know, like to make a simple, like a simple shot. I think that the opportunity to have a safe space to keep trying new things, I think it was very useful, especially when you come to university, where it's definitely a bit bigger, a much bigger place, lots of different opportunities. But I think that SJI got me used to that idea of trying something new, of having initiative to do new things and try new things. And I think that really helped me in university in terms of like trying new jobs, trying new academic pursuits, etc.